Alright, we are on the side of the road. We're doing the kindergarten cop location. This would be the motel that Mr. Kimball and his detective partner stay at. It is right here. So they go into this one. I don't know if they built like a facade door, but now it's like a garage door, but they had like 2 doors there. So there's a second one in. Was where Arnold Schwarzenegger and his partner stayed. And they were here in Astoria trying to stop Chris from getting millions of dollars that supposedly his ex-wife took, but Chris only really wanted his son. There was no money. Alright, so now over here is, I have a shot of some of these roof lines. I haven't lined it up yet, but Short Circuit was filmed over here. The gas station scene where he's at the gas station, because you can see this bridge here. We got some rocks over here, like maybe that's where that ship was, but there was a barn and like 2 old school gas station pumps. I want to see if I can pinpoint it a little better. There's like a Napa Auto Parts here now. It might have... Alright, so I'm assuming that it's a lot closer to that Napa. And I think it's right there. That DMV sign over here. And we'll go over there and we'll film that one. Alright, the Short Circuit gas station filming location. So judging by it, these are the rocks in the picture. You got the bridge, you got the little mountain peak over here. Then you got the old pier out here. Probably the entryway. This is probably the driveway to it. What do you think? Can you guys see that? So this shot would definitely be a little closer to the thing. I mean, there's a whole bunch of overgrowth here where it was, because it looks like the ship is right in between the rocks. So, all right. So, unfortunately, there's a lot of overgrowth here where the gas station used to be. There's a lot of sticker bushes out here. Anyways, that's about as good as I'm going to be able to do. So that ship was right about here. Gas pumps. And let's see if I can see these houses up here. They match from the gas pumps. Alright, so I'm assuming that the houses are behind that telephone pole. You can't see them, so I can't line up those rooftops. None of these look the same unless they totally tore down the buildings. There was one way down here that kind of looked, they kind of used this trick where they pull the background in so it looks a lot closer than it is when they film, but all right, well, that's as good as I can do for that one. All right, moving on. My control sticks. All right, we are in downtown Astoria doing a filming location for Kindergarten Cop. It starts with a shot. Let's see if I can get it. Maybe I'll cross the street first. All right, so this scene is when Chris and his mom pull up here. Chris would be Dominic's dad. They pull and they park somewhere along here. You can see these parts of this building. And these cube windows up here. So Chris comes here. They cross to go to the pharmacy. They go into this building. Well, Chris goes into this building to buy his kid a toy, which is a car track that he wants to buy. And a hilarious scene there with Chris happens inside what is now like a bistro looking thing. It's a nice restaurant now. Now it's hard to tell which pharmacy or what building she went into to buy the stuff for the kid, because the mom was trying to buy medicine and stuff to take care of a little kid, you know, trying to be the parent. But I would assume, since a lot of these have these cube on them here, like all these places have these blocks. Inside one of these buildings you can see the inside, and you can see the blocked cubes inside it. So it could be this building was the pharmacy, or that building was the pharmacy, or it was inside the toy store. There is a pharmacy that's been here forever, but I don't think they got the cube blocks, so I don't think it was that one. Alright, so these doors have changed because it looked like they were more metal doors, but they're still in the same location. This restaurant is not open, but he was looking through here and he was looking at the little remote control car set that he wanted. Unfortunately, a guy was in there and he was buying it for his kid, and Chris kept asking the guy for, he would give him more money. He'd pay him twice what it was worth because he wanted to get it for Dominic, his kid that he was trying to take from his mom. So, you get a camera shot, something like this from inside, so you can see the little terracotta decorations inside this building, and you can see the awning on here. So it's got to be this window was the toy store. Carthers, something like that. There's all kinds of toys up on the wall. Nice restaurant now. Alright, so we are over by the Marina in Astoria. This would be a kindergarten cop location. I think this was after the dinner. Supposedly the restaurant that they had dinner, or Mr. Kimball had dinner with Dominic's mom, is no longer. But this is. So, what happened? A couple of these spots look identical, so I think it's over here because this is where those benches are. Beautiful out, or maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's another entrance. It's hard to tell now, guys. Somewhere over here. I mean, I'll go over there and I'll check that out too. Maybe it's over there. But I believe there was a bench here that Arnold was sitting on. You see the Port of Astoria sign in the picture. And just get a bunch of angles here just in case. And we're gonna get some B-roll here. So there's that riverfront trolley. It's got like a little generator on the front. So it probably used to be cables they used to run along here to operate it. Alright, so if this is the right location, this might have been the restaurant that Arnold Schwarzenegger ate at. So I'm gonna film it because this might be the other location here. Alright, so here is the other pier. And the reason why I think it might be this one is because there was actually benches over here. That says Dock G. There's an actual bench over here. But anyway. So, memory for Jim Sarge. Okay. So, it could be this one. Or it could be that one. I will try to make sure I get the right one. Alright, so we are by the pilot station here on 14th Street. And this is where Jesse would steal the fish for Willy. More of a fish market thing happening. There's bars and stuff. This is where Jesse would steal the fish to feed Willy. The pilot house. So there's sandbars out here, so they would have pilot houses, which would be, you know, people that know the river, so the ships wouldn't get stuck in the sandbars and stuff. So the pilot boat would go out to the ship, then they would take over and they would drive the boat in to port or what have you. But without rambling on too much here. Alright, so this is where Jesse would steal the fish to feed Willy, and eventually the guy wanted to charge him double, but gave him the fish for Willy. I think there's these places that you could like rent, and everyone just says it just was so loud because you hear the water all night, and then you can hear the seals, and it's not a very enjoyable thing. But this is how they used to build all their houses and stuff, so you could park your boats underneath it. But eventually a fire burnt down a lot of the old shacks and stuff that they had back in the day for all the fish shearers and the cannery people. It's really cool. And that's Moe's Fish and Chips kind of place over there. We were thinking about going there, but There's a Mexican restaurant here. So, alright, let's go and see what else we can find. Alright, so we are now at the kindergarten cop's Dominic's mom's house. So this is Arnold Schwarzenegger's love interest. So Dominic, the kid, Crisp's kid, he had a little fort in the back of the trees back here where he had his lasers. And supposedly, I don't know where the radio antenna would have been, if it was even a real radio antenna, but they might have just made it up, or they took it down because technology's come a long way since then. But he climbed up there to put his tinfoil lasers up there. So he had took Arnold back here and had a little talk about the bad man that were he was scared of. So alright, so I just talked with the homeowner. He said back through the woods there's still a car seat back there, but that's not part of his property. That's someone else owns it, but it's not a buildable lot. So yeah, so back there in the trees there's still a little spot back there. Oh my god. Anyway, it's really cool that Dominic's little fort hangout where his lasers were is still back there, kind of. And yeah, there it is, kindergarten cop house. All right, let's go find something else. All right, so now we are underneath the bridge. Short circuit scene here. I wanted to get the Oregon Film Trail placard, but it looks like from this picture that it's up on the hill. So I guess I did not get that, but I did find some maritime disaster and memorial stuff down here, so we'll go check that out. Alright, so we did go to the Maritime Museum. That video will be up later. Let's see, Maritime Memorial. Oh man, there was a lot of names on here. Look at that thing, that's crazy cool. It's like a walk out here and remember your fallen shipmates. Alright, so here's the short circuit location. When Johnny 5 is getting pushed by Nova, and then there's construction workers here, and he gets pushed off the side, Right there.
Right there.
He's mocking me.
Where's that?
Alright, so you see her driving, I believe, this direction when Johnny Five lands on the top of her food truck.
And it's actually a thing here. There's a lot of food trucks.
There's a lot of food trucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see this war monument also in a couple shots of the movie. In a little montage shot in Free Willy, you see this anchor here on the left. Alright, so this is a Free Willy filming location. This is where they stop and go, I don't think he's doing so well, here at Middle Village, which is Lewis and Clark. Camp. I will read a little bit more about this later, but so another Free Willy filming location. All right, so right over here is Cape Disappointment, where the captain was trying to find the Columbia River, which is right there, and he was all in his feelings. He was all disappointed. John Mears in 1788, but he was right there. All right, so we are at our Free Willy filming location. We are at the jump when Willy gets freed out. But first I wanted to line up. All right, so the gate was over here. I thought there was some kind of remnants or whatever from the gate when they smashed through the gate. In the movie, you can see this roof here, and you can see this, oh, I knew what that was. It almost looks like a lighthouse thing. But that building has a name. But the gates were over in this vicinity. I thought there was like some remnants of where the pillars were. It's been a minute since I've watched it, but I thought on the satellite thing, I thought I saw something on the ground here where they might have had an old entranceway here, but I think I'm way too close. But anyways, so when they rammed the gate. Alright, so now in the video I said they came down this road, but I think it's one of these other roads here on the left. It's been a while since I watched the video, but yeah. But anyways, Jesse and them, they come smashing through with the pickup truck to put Willy in the water. So now we're gonna go over to the opposite side, because that would be the one where Jesse was standing when Willy jumped over to get out, because the guys dropped the nets and Willy wasn't gonna get out, but he jumped over the jetty, I think is what we call that. So we're gonna go over there, and yeah, but yeah, anyways, I didn't really talk much about everything that was happening in the Free Willy thing, but they were running. They were gonna kill Willy for the insurance money. So he was freeing Willy, and I missed some of the locations. I missed the car wash in Portland. We were gonna do that, but we were running out of time. And Portland is a very chaotic, more chaotic city than I was gonna give it credit for. So we were gonna stop at the wash, where they put water on Willy. We stopped at the Middle Village as they were coming, when he was talking about how Willy wasn't doing very hot, and the gate crash right here, and the boat basin here, Hammond Bay. I'm pretty sure that's right. So we'll go over here. I think there's a little sign talking about it. So this will be the second sign we found for the movie location, and we'll go check that out. So then yeah, they freed Willy, and we will talk a little bit more about Kikyo, the whale that was Willy. So we'll talk a little bit more about Kikyo and her unfortunate ending after we get to the boat basin, so, or get to the jetty over here. So let's hop in the car and we're gonna go drive over there. Let's go. Oh wow, it got windy. All right, so before we get over there, we'll stop at the ramp where he drives his truck all the way back into the water, sinks it with Lori Petty. All right, so yeah, Lori Petty and Michael Madsen. So Michael Madsen drives his truck, flies backwards, sinks it in the water. So his pickup truck is in the water to get Willy, and Willy's not moving. We got someone taking off on their boat. So here's where they drive the truck in. Not exactly sure on which side. So drives the truck, flies back into the water, sinks the truck in the water, pushes Willy off. And I don't think a lot of these piers were in here, but maybe they, I don't know, I'd have to watch the movie again. But Willy's not moving. They finally get Willy pushed in, and once he gets out here, Jesse starts running along here trying to get Willy to start going. Then the fisher, catcher, whalers or whatever start dropping nets to not let him in. So no insurance, no theft insurance. They had death insurance. All right, so one of the guys, he pointed me in the right direction for the Free Willy plaque. So all right, the Hammond Marina was featured in the final scenes of the movie when young Jesse helps free the killer whale friend Willy by leading the orca to jump over the harbor wall to freedom into the ocean beyond. Kikyo, a 13-year-old orca whale, played Willy in many of the live-action shots. Several specially created animatronics whales stood in for Kikyo in the more complicated scenes. All right, so I guess she was 13. All right, here we go. Took a little bit to find the trail out here. Here we are. We made it. The Free Willy location here. We call it a seawall. This is where young Jesse climbed up here to help free Willy. And in the movie, Willy was caught, I think he was a little bit older when they said they caught him, but the real Kikyo was caught as a baby, because they like to catch babies, because as they say, it's easier to transport a baby than it is an adult orca killer whale. So anyways, we are almost, we'll go out a little bit, about mid here. It's windy. Here it is. You ready? Jump it. All right, well, we are about halfway. Let's see, is this better? All right, we got Willy out here. We're gonna get Willy to safety. It got so windy. I'm surprised it's not raining right now. But ready? Go. Jump it. do it. So jumping over you, touching it. Big, heavy whale jumping over little Jesse's head. Cue some Michael Jackson. All right, it is really windy, but we got it. So that is Free Willy. It is a sad story how, you know, Kikyo ended. I wish I could have went to the aquarium where they got where they were getting Kikyo ready to be released into the wild. It would have been so cool if Kikyo would have lived longer than a year after being released, but that never happened. They airlifted her out, and I think they dropped her off by Iceland. I thought I had that fact right, and then because she was, oh man, either they dropped her off in Iceland, she was captured in Iceland, then she died in Norway. So all right, so that is it for now for Free Willy. It is super windy up here on the seawall. From Free Willy, thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe and ring that bell. See you guys later. Alright, so we got Mikey's and Data's house up on the hill. Elementary school from kindergarten Cal, and the sunset. We're gonna go watch the sunset. Alright, so that'll do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the locations. I didn't do a lot of videos because I didn't want it flagged for copyright. So hopefully you guys enjoyed our little trip here through Oregon. Thanks for watching.